Welcome back to my channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're gonna be trying, but thinking about the possibility that some makeup hack is gonna become a standard practice in my routine. So let's get started. The makeup hack that I'm showing you, you can see on your screens at the moment, where you actually can make sure that your nose is like super tiny. It's not even super tiny, just like the tiniest nose I've ever seen. I don't know, Nikki Tutorials mentioned that it's time consuming. I don't know, maybe this is, but we shall see. First, I'm gonna prime my face and, just apply some foundation. Okay, don't be shy, come closer. As far as I can tell, it's better to do this nose contour technique while your foundation is wet. So we're gonna go from this part of my face, and then we're just dragging this to the nose tip. We're like ending somewhere here. Then I would need to use some concealer. I guess liquid concealer can work out really well, or you can use like Maybelline concealer as well. Though I'm not a huge fan of this one because it's a little bit extra. I love liquid concealers a bit more than just full coverage concealers. To a little bit different process. Now we have to diffuse and blend everything out. You can use, I guess, your beauty blender, but I'm not a huge fan of this technique because I believe it's better to do your nose contour like that with a brush and then go to a beauty blender if you need. You kind of like mix concealer and contour together. Honestly, it gives me like practically no color. Well, I have L.A.Girl Pro.concealer. This is color chestnut, and let me do this scene trick. It's a little bit darker, so I hope that we're gonna get a little bit different undertone. A little bit of concealer. Let's go to e.l.f. concealer, but I'm not using a lot. I'm just gonna put a few dots here and there because I know that this concealer is definitely full coverage. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm not gonna rub anything. I'm just gonna try to stamp this two concealers together. Now that does look tiny. I guess I would need a little bit more concealer on the side because I feel like I really need that. Going to the same e.l.f. concealer, I guess this combination worked a little bit better. I need like two tiny dots. Look at this. Look at the coverage, guys. Alright, I don't really like this part, so I'm going with the beauty blender and taking off some extra shade. On the sides, you can use a bit of the same beauty blender, but I'm not bringing this, but I'm not using beauty blender for my center part, like nose bridge. I'm just bringing a little bit of this beauty blender on the sides and between my brows. I haven't used my concealer yet. I'm gonna do it real quick. So I'm gonna set my face with some powder. I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera. Guys, I don't know, should I add a little bit more? I guess I would need a little bit more of, I don't know, not even bronzer, but some contour. Like, we're just gonna focus it over here. I'm kind of following the same shades I've created with concealer, and probably use a bit more of my powder. So the rest of my face I'm gonna do off camera, guys, and then I'll be right back to show you the final result and to sum everything up. I like it. It looks really structured and snatched, I'd even say, but I don't really feel like that's probably gonna be my ultimate favorite routine. Maybe I will go back to this nose contour technique from time to time, but I'm not sure that this is like the best hack for me. So after we dabbed everything with a concealer, I still had to do a lot of different steps. Like when I set this with powders, I tried to avoid using some beauty blender because beauty blender instantly took off any contour. So I used only on the sides to brighten up them, and then just a little bit between my brow. I would say that, in my opinion, that's too much color in this area because it's getting between the brows and between the eyes, so I don't really think that's a great option, though it does look pretty. I'd say that I love this nose contour. Maybe it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm not sure that if you're like a beginner, you're gonna do this without any problem. But if you still want to give it a try, first thing that I did the contour, applied a little bit of concealer, and if you feel there's still too much contour, then there's too much brown color, then you can always add a bit more concealer. And without rubbing in circular motions, I'd definitely use some stamping motions over brown shade. Then you can use some powder, setting powder, and then I used a little bit of my More Makeup Academy bronzer, so I wasn't done with just liquid contour. I needed a little bit more powder, so I just used the tiniest bit over the same contour that I did, but like a tiniest bit. And as the final step, I applied a bit of my highlighter, so it's like a really thin line, and I guess this highlighter actually created this snatched shape. Will I recommend this? Probably yes. I would definitely recommend this technique to try out. If you really like it, guys, you can implement this into your routine. If you don't like it, then you just don't like it. There's no harm in trying. I guess that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial / trying out someone's hacks, and I'm gonna see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.